We were not thinking, and we are now, but you know. So yeah, good for you, so that's what it is, exciting. Yeah.
All right, we are going to go ahead and get started since we are past 6:30. Welcome to the first meeting of the PTO for the 2024-25 school year. We are excited to have so many of you join us here tonight. We are going to start off with some welcome words from Ms. Kim.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I have enjoyed my time working with the PTO. This is my third year here at the ECC. It's been phenomenal. There are so many things that I think about, and PTO just like brings it to life, and the teachers and the kids enjoy all of it, and it brings so much joy. This year, our goals for our values are courage and belonging. So just how do we make sure that everyone in our community feels like they belong? But when we see something that impacts us, how do we have the courage to let people know that that's not happening for them individually? And so that will be our goal as a community for our school. We are working on culture and engagement. And so one of the things we will be doing this year is having our first studio night. So that will be something that comes down the pipe, a way to show our project work for our Reggio-inspired philosophy, and it's a way that, regardless of what teachers are working on throughout the year, it's our way to show off our work for our school. So that's something new. It's also going to happen in May. So we'll have the farmers market, studio night, and there's one more event that happens in May. So field day. So those are some things that I know everyone reaches out to parents and volunteers for, and we'll start gathering some interest about studio night. We're hoping it's like, there's some musicians, there's art, and we know we have a lot of talent in our community to help support with that. So I want to say thank you again. Thank you for the work you will do. And if anybody has any ideas to increase our engagement, please tell me, because I'm very serious about bringing our families in, seeing what our students are doing, or taking our students out into our community and experiencing learning in a new way. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Just quickly to go over the structure of our PTO, for any of you that aren't familiar with it. Our MRH PTO is a little bit unique in that it is a 501c3 nonprofit. All donations are tax deductible, and we're eligible for grant funding programs, and we are an independent nonprofit that works in partnership with the school district. We don't collect any dues. We are our own special 501c3, and that is MRH PTO Inc. That's that blue bar at the top. Underneath that, we have three smaller PTO subsections, including, and then an audit committee in addition to that. So we have the ECC PTO committee, who I will introduce you to soon, the elementary PTO committee, the middle school PTO committee, and then the audit committee, which is all the finance officers from the other three committees who meet together to make sure that all of the spending and money that we are bringing in is being carefully considered. A couple of groups are partnered together with the ECC PTO and the elementary PTO. Our spirit wear committees, so buying those shirts and hats and bows and things like that, go to support both the ECC and elementary PTOs. And then trivia night, which if you haven't attended yet, I really encourage you to give it a try this year. Funds from that go to both the ECC and elementary PTOs as well. Just to touch base about our mission statement as well, to enrich the educational and extracurricular experiences for students and establish close relationships between home, school, and community through community engagement, inclusion, fundraising, volunteerism, and education. So all of those elements are really important to the PTO. We really want to increase the feeling of community. And it's so great to see so many new faces here, and hopefully we have some with us on the live stream as well. Welcome to you, whether you are at home or here. We're excited to work with you and see what ideas you also bring to PTO. So this is me. I am your PTO chair for this school year. I'm chairing two committees, the Teacher Appreciation Committee, which helps make sure that the teachers' lounges are well stocked with the necessities like caffeine and utensils, and then we try to provide snacks and special treats as well as dinners during parent-teacher conferences, and then a whole lot of fun stuff for our teachers during Teacher Appreciation Week in May. I'm also one of the chairs of the Sneaker Ball, which if you have older children or you know more about the district from years past, we used to have the Snowflake Ball, which was a cherished event among the MRH community where kids got to get dressed up and dance and do crafts and eat dinner at school in the evening like the big kids. So we're bringing that back as a sneaker ball in the spring. We are looking for lots of help with that event. We are still working out a lot of details around the date, the location, and music and food, so we welcome a lot of help with that one. I'm a graphic designer and lecturer at WashU. I live in Maplewood. I have 4 kids. I have 3 at the ECC, 2 are in kindergarten, and 1 is in 2nd grade. And I also have a 5th grader over at the elementary school. My vice chair, Justin, could not be here this evening, but he is here to assist me and assist the 501c3 as well if there are needs. He is our chair of catalog fundraisers, so those logos, order forms that you got were thanks to Justin, and he is going to co-chair the sneaker ball with me as well. He is a investor in sales and marketing manager, and he has Zoe here in 2nd grade. Jessica, come on down. And if you others want to come on down too, so you can be ready.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Winterroad. I'm one half of the finance committee. I am a statistician. My committee is treat day, so this year for Halloween or fall, we're going to be doing a treat in school, so nothing should come home with you guys. It's a little culture at school. And also like around, mid-February, like Valentine's Day. And I live in Maplewood, and I have a son who's doing his 2nd year of pre-K, Henry.
Hi everyone, and hi everybody online. I'm Kaylee Huber. I am the other half of the finance committee. And my committees, my committees are trivia, the trivia night which is in the early spring, and our spirit trivia. So we'll go more details later. My personal background is in management and also in strategy, event design, and budgets. So I'm excited on my future. And I have a husband and 2 kiddos. My oldest Archer is here at the ECC in pre-K.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay. There's a cat right here.
My name is Nikki. I am the communications center. I will be doing the book fair, so we do a scholastic fair that will be coming out at the end of last week, October. And then that's the last money helps us do the winter book giveaway at the end of the summer, so we're just on one book. That's thanks to all the money that we all spend on the scholastic books. And then Dustin is my husband, and we share Zoe, the Oh, I used to be a marketing person, an event person, work for a nonprofit, work for higher education. I've done a lot of different things. But right now, this and zoning and the school is what I do.
Hey there, I'm Beth Schott, and I am part of the communications chair. I'm the outreach chair. I have a background of participating in my committee. I am going to be chairing a Pennyware fundraiser that we are doing in November, which is new this year. Basically, the kids will bring in all their cookie days or change, and we will see which grade level can raise the most money. That will be coming in November before Thanksgiving break. And then I also am in charge of the star shirts and trying to get everybody their star shirt. So if you have a preschooler or a new kindergartner and you haven't gotten the ECC star shirt, there's a link that went out where you can contact me and we will make sure that they get it. They wear those for field trips and spirit days, that kind of thing. Make sure everybody has one. Also, if your child is older and they've grown out of theirs, we also have them for sale for $5 if you need a new size. I have a background in early childhood education. I'm a former teacher. I do also sub here at the school, so I know a lot of the kids. I've been doing that the last couple of years. And I also, prior to that, also have a background, a degree in communications and PR. And I live here in Maplewood, just across the street with my husband, my son, Lucas, who's in 6th grade, and my daughter, Lily, who's in 1st grade. All right. So that is all of us. We are here to take lead on a lot of these PTO efforts, but we are looking for partners to help learn and work with us on a lot of these projects that you're going to hear more about. Some of our parents will be at the elementary just next year, so we'll be looking for more people to really learn the ropes and understand the projects with PTOs so that it doesn't just limit the people. You know, we want everybody to be involved and be welcome to help, no matter what kind or interest level. Get into that some more. I do want to talk about our accomplishments for last year. We made an effort to get a t-shirt to all students. We held 2 scholastic book fairs. We held the winter bookshop, which gets those free books into the hands of students. I know my kids always love bringing those home and think, I got a book and I picked it out all by myself, so they love doing that. School thermometer celebrations. Financial support for student field trips. If a teacher comes to us and says, I would really like to do a field trip, can you help offset the cost? As long as we offset the cost, we cannot only help with a few students, but we can make the tickets cheaper for everybody as needed. We brought the Kona ice truck to field day, which is always a lot of fun. We had our Halloween and Valentine's Day treats for hosted trivia night with the MRHE PTO. We provided support to our annual farmers market, which is an amazing event. If you haven't gotten to go yet, I hope you can make it this year. We held staff appreciation dinners during educational treats. We provide teacher classroom grants up to $50 per teacher. And that is something that we, publicize widely to the staff here. If you need something for your classroom, please let us know. They just send us and we cut them a check for $50. Really easy. If you happen to have a teacher that you're able to chat with and just say, hey, have you used your classroom grant yet? Like, that's a really easy way to help us out. We want to get 100% participation from our teachers this year. So it's like, you can do is just say, hey, just use that classroom grant. Like, we're happy to help. Even some teachers in a grade level pulled their money together last year to help fund a larger project across their grade level last year. So there are lots of options for how they can spend that money. We brought the coffee truck to last year. We love that a lot. And then for some reason, Halloween and Valentine's Day days around here twice. I really like that. I do want to talk about some large-scale projects that we have our eye on for this upcoming school year. So you might say, okay, we're doing all these things to raise money. We have trivia night and we have penny wars. Like, why are we doing this? We're still kind of in the brainstorming phase of trying to figure out what the needs are across the school, but we're looking at doing some blow-ups of the teachers' lounges. This is a photo of the current K-2 teachers' lounge down off of the library. We have some interest in different storage, potentially like wall shelves, a new table. So, you know, if you like bargain hunting or you like interior design, like those are things that we could use help with figuring out for these lounges. We've looked into possibly a sunshade for the playground. We've heard some people wanting a little bit more shade there. Potentially a sunshade for the seat-to-table outdoor learning space. Or possibly turf to replace some of the wood chip areas that become very muddy out of the playground. So those are just some ideas, still very much in the thinking phase there. Our goals for this school year are to increase the use of classroom funds. So last year, 81% of teachers used their classroom funds. This year, our budgeted field trip funds, only 30% of those were used this year. So just making sure that teachers know, like, hey, is there a field trip that you're really wanting to go on, but you're not sure if everyone would want to spend the money on it? Well, the PTO can help you out. We'd like to increase our fundraising dollars by 10% this year and ensure that 25% is maintained in our budget for next school year. We'd like to provide ongoing opportunities for families to engage with each other and the school through volunteerism and community gatherings, and we'll share a lot of those ways soon. Create and maintain a consistent communications plan to reach families and teachers. I see all of you here, so you probably got some communication or like about this meeting tonight. So we're working on all of our systems and kind of experimenting still on how to best reach everybody. We'd like to establish 2 new ways to include the MRH community. We would like to implement succession planning to ensure successful transition to the PTO for next school year. And that it goes back to my idea of really partnering with folks to like learn how to plan some of these events if you have the time or the interest. And then identifying and planning for those large scale projects that support both the students and the teachers or the community as a whole. And that really goes back to these large scale projects that we're thinking about. So a quick look at our financial report from last year. This shows the money that was brought in from Bobo's Pizza fundraiser, just donations that people send through Square. There's a way to do that through the MRH website. Box Tops, which is a really great way to contribute from home just by scanning your receipts or connecting with the Walmart app. Trivia Night brought in $9,000 last year for just the ECC. The elementary got their own money from that. And then because Valley Garden, which we used to pay for, is now available for everyone in the state of Missouri, we got a refund back from that. So that was a little bonus cash. So total fundraising was over $20,000. And then you can see some of our expenses that we spent for students, and then the expenses for teachers, and then some miscellaneous elements here, which left us with about $8,500 moving forward into this year. Some important upcoming dates to let you all know about. You're here, you get the first preview of some of these things, but we will be sharing these far and wide, and if you want to help us spread the word about some of these, it would be helpful as well. So those Bobo order forms that came home to you, hopefully, those are due on October 1st. We're hoping to bring in more than we did last year. For some of October, right now we're working on collecting snacks for students in the classroom. We'll be focusing our attention on getting some snacks to the teachers' lounge to help shore them up through teacher conferences and kind of slump in the middle of the semester that they might hit some extra treats to brighten their day. We are bringing a tech talk to Zoom to all of our families to talk about keeping our children safe online, setting boundaries with internet usage. That will be on October 16th. The family picnic, October 17th. The book fair will be at the end of October. BOGO order pickup will be also at the end of October. Our next meeting will be November 13th. Note that that is changed from what was on the magnet that you may have received. Our penny race will be in mid-November, and our winter workshop will be mid-December. So, we've told you a lot about us. We've told you about things that are coming up, and we'd really like to explain to you some ways about how you can get involved. If you're here because maybe you don't know, so we're going to talk you through it.
So we have this new to us site called PT Board. It's basically like a hub of information for our school and the PTO. That is where all of the signups for all the volunteer opportunities will live. In the past, various kind of geniuses or that kind of thing, and now we have it in one place where you can go if you're interested in any of these volunteer opportunities. It is already up, and the teachers or the kids always tell me, Mrs. Schott, what's wrong with your voice? I'm like, it's because I talk too much. Probably. Anyway, so we have this PT board, which you can, there is a way, both the QR code and the website that you go to create your account for that. And then through that, like I said, you can sign up for volunteer opportunities. It's a good place to look if you don't know certain information, like we have the arrival and dismissal times for both regular day and early release day. We have the calendar, the sign-up opportunities, and we'll just continue to add stuff there. So if you're ever the directory, if you're ever in need of information, that is a good place to look. If you're like me, I am not a social media person, and so I don't get a lot of the stuff that's just put on Facebook or that kind of thing, and I love this because you can just go to one spot and you can still get all the same information. So we're going to have a slew of slides that will tag team of all the volunteer opportunities we have coming up this fall. We will be adding more, like we already figured out, we're going to add a couple more book fair shifts. And so check that. But if you're on PT board, you should get a notification if there's like an added shift or that kind of thing. It would send you an email.
And we will be sharing this slide deck later on as well. So if you don't want to spend the time getting signed up now, you can wait till later. We'll also have some laptops in the back to sign up later on if you'd like to.
And also I should add, it doesn't add like extra notifications. It's one of those things. If I like send out a notification, you would get it, but mostly it's just there for you to look. So you're not getting my constant email from it. Which I know between two kids and all their activities, I get a lot of emails, so I like to have it with concise. Okay, so this is the first of many of these slides. The family picnic. We're looking for help with handing out lemonade. Beth has worked with Raising Cane's to bring a nice big jug of lemonade, which all the kids love. And we're hoping to lure the families over to us with lemonade and spoons and chat with them more about the show, get them involved, and we love help. So if you love handing out lemonade and making kids really happy, or selling spoons, those signups are going to be available directly from this link or within PTO or PT board once you sign up.
And I will note on that, they are short shifts, so you can still like mingle and be at the picnic with your family. They're like short 30-minute shifts, right? You can use them out for that. Next, we have the treat day, as Jessica just said. In the years past, those of us who have older children, pre-COVID, there used to be a treat that was given to each class. The same treat, like a juice box and a Rice Krispie treat or something like that. And then the teachers can give it to the child, to their class when they celebrate or during the day. Post-COVID, we started doing treat bags that we sent home, which were a lot of work and a lot of stuff to take home. And again, in my house, they would like end up in the trash because I don't like all that little stuff. So we're going back to the treat So this year we'll need people to help distribute it. So once we get it at Sam's Club, to count it and make sure every class, pre-K through second grade, has their amount of treats. So we've got some really easy things on Halloween morning activities with the night before. So.
Book fair, we need cashiers for the book fair. The book fair is a big one. There are a lot of shifts. It's a full week. We know it's during the workday for a lot of people. We try to keep the shifts really short to about 2 hours. And you know, we work with people too. If they're like, I can come for an hour and a half of that 2 hours, I can't make the full 2 hours, we take that. Like, we just want to help, you know, get as many people in there as possible to allow the classes to send children down to buy books during the day, and to allow families to come in after school and during parent-teacher conferences when this will be happening, to come buy books. Because the more we sell, the more books we can give out, the more we can provide new books to the library here, and all that money just becomes scholastic dollars that just feed right back into like giving the kids more books. And I don't know, like my second grader like keeps her receipts like taped to the wall from like the books she bought all by herself with her like money that she brought to the bookers. It's really exciting for the kids to come in and pick out their own books and bring them home. So it's like a really special moment for them too. It's a really fun experience to like sell books to kids, and we tell you everything you need to know, so it's not like overwhelming. We teach you how you can register. So bring smiles and books to kids. Lots of shifts for that. We'll be looking for lots of help with that.
And for that, there are daytime shifts and evening shifts, after school shifts. There's pretty much anything you can go on for that. The next is for GoGos, the fundraiser we just started. Justin will be counting the money and the orders that come in, and he can use this helpers to help him with that. And then we also, on October 28th, when we're distributing, for those of you who aren't familiar with those, a lot of it comes frozen. I believe there's frozen pizzas and that kind of thing. I've actually never ordered it. Do this, we'll give you. Sorry. Anyway, we need people to help distribute that right away because they're frozen. We also need people who have extra freezer space and would like to let us borrow some for those people who cannot pick up on the 28th for various reasons. We do need extra freezer space. So that is something you don't actually personally need to do anything, but just give us a little extra freezer space to take some frozen days. So those are on the site as well.
All right, the speaker ball. You heard me talk about this. I am really excited about this event. I really want to make it happen. I will need a lot of help. I'm not a party planner. I, want help with this one. So I'm looking for people who are willing to kind of like jump on and help brainstorm decorations, activities. We're hoping to recruit like Girl Scouts from the middle school to come lead crafts during the event, and so we need some help doing that. We're looking to maybe get the jazz band from the high school to come perform during it. So, getting the people to reach out to the other people so that, we're not doing all of it is like a quick email. So something you can do from home, and that's really easy to do. Finding maybe a parent who works as a photographer who be willing to donate their time working as a photographer at the event. That's another thing. There's also, we always provide free entry to events if you volunteer at the event or volunteer to help make the event happen. So, if you're there helping to hang decorations or set up or serve food or take photos or take tickets, you would get free entry for your family at the event as well.
So for that and this, for trivia night, these are both sign-ups on PT board to join the committee, and then eventually, as we get closer to each event, there will be plenty of sign-ups for what we need on the day of the event, right before the event, all that. Trivia is a big thing. I know I'm not from St. Louis, and when I moved here, we moved here when my son started first grade, and every organization has a trivia night. I'm like, what is this that everybody has? But I went for the first time last year, and it is very fun. And the elementary also has a committee, so it's like a bigger committee, but we always need help for planning, figuring out the trivia questions, soliciting donations for the silent auction, the video, all that kind of stuff. So again, there will be a sign up to join just that planning committee, and you can give a little bit of time or a lot of time if you're really into that and know a lot about that.
Teacher appreciation is the easy one too, if you want to help out but don't have a lot of time. We have signups to help set up dinner at parent-teacher conferences. That's a nice quick one. Just come in, like, I order the food, it gets delivered or I pick it up, and I just need help like distributing it to two teachers, making it look nice for the teachers, making sure they have everything that they need. Even just like shopping on Amazon for things during Teacher Appreciation Week. I loved doing that one when I was like, couldn't get more involved, but I wanted to help out. I was like, sure, I can shop. It's really easy. Same with like contributing to the hot chocolate bar that we provide for our teachers in December with like a shopping thing. So if you're already going to the store, you can say, hey, I'll grab 2 boxes of hot cocoa and I'm helping out. So we want everyone to feel like there's a way that you can help out with whatever kind of energy you feel like you can give to us. Spirit Wear, Julie over here is our Spirit Wear queen. The Spirit Wear store is currently in transition right now. Soon it will be up and running in a new way. And once it is, we'd love help getting the word out. Letting people know, hey, let's all get more Spirit Wear, or just promoting the idea of like having Spirit Wear to wear to events or to sports activities or anything like that. So not a lot to do with it right now, but there will be eventually. Box tops. This is also one that you can do like from the comfort of your own home. There's a QR code to add the box tops. And this is our referral code that's right here. And once you have the box tops app, you can scan receipts when you go shopping at particular stores, and it will find anything that you bought that is in the box tops collection, and those items will then give a small amount of money to our school. So it doesn't bring in tons of money, but every little bit helps. You can also, if you shop at Walmart, you can also connect box tops with your Walmart account, and it will do it for you without scanning receipts. Is that right? Okay. I'm not. So just want to make sure you're getting accurate information. But it's a really great way to like low energy help out in ways for the school. So that is everything. I think we did that really fast. We did good. But now we would love to hear like questions, suggestions, problems, anything that you all need to bring up while you're here with us.
Yeah. When are you thinking time frame for volunteering?
We are looking at early March for it to give us enough time to plan and to not get too close to the sweetheart dance at the Heights, because I know a lot of families do that as well. And we're thinking kind of in that like part of March. Good question.
So it would be an inside, correct? Okay, I know it.
Yes, and inside event, there was a year where they were looking at trying during COVID times to make that happen outside. Outside presented too many problems with outlets. That was a no-go. Sneakers are just like, kids love to get dressed up at comfy feet, and I'm on board with that. So it's a sneaker ball to like make everybody feel comfy, but fancy.
And I should say, one of did it here, but we also are figuring out places in our neighborhood that could potentially host.
We're trying very hard to keep it either here or at the elementary school. Like our school is the the largest community. We have 5 basically schools, fewer grades, fewer people to fit into an event. Energy drink actually measure all of our gymnasium materials for me because they didn't actually know what the capacities of any of them are. So anyone's helping them out by asking them to do that. So we will know what the official capacities are for all of our gyms soon. But I would really like to keep it at one of the schools. I think there's a strong likelihood it'll end up at the elementary school because if you've been there before, it's got the gym and the cafeteria right next to each other, which gives us 2 spaces without trying to get from here to the multi-purpose room, which is much more confusing and hard to keep people from making messes. I know that janitors don't like that idea. So the elementary school is pretty high on the list as the location for that. If we can get the right capacity. We'll see. They're 100 people.
Situation, have you reached out to the family freezer through?
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah, 'cause they always have, I mean, not always have, but sometimes.
Okay, that's a good suggestion. Yeah, if families don't have that, then see.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Have you considered purchasing an ECC, which is to have, where you have fundraisers and you can get a small one like stands for $100? That might be something.
But a suggestion for a freezer to have on hand. The problem really only comes during the GoGo's fundraiser. And last year I think we were really successful in getting the orders out, and it was only a small amount that needed to be stashed in freezers. If it is a continuing problem, that's definitely an option. Get those orders out, we don't want to hold on to them.
Reasons for a field day because last year I was on 3 o'clock and it was hard. They were hard on the field day, and it was very hard to keep the pots broken. Because I was going back and forth here in the cafeteria, so.
Okay. More freezer space for all.
I should also just say, I think I said it, that right now there's a lot of time on there, but there will always be more being added. So if you feel like there's not the right fit for you yet, there will be more as the year goes on.
And I just want to put the PT board link back up here as well. Just so you can kind of have a glimpse at what this looks like. This is me logged in as just a parent, as a student admin. And you can see, we have our signups really easily accessible right here. There's always a running calendar of upcoming events as well. We post announcements fairly regularly, and if you're signed up, you will get those sent to your email so that you know that an announcement has been made. And then there's also something that we're hoping to keep adding to. I guess I shouldn't really show that to everybody, but there's a student directory. You can create an account and log in. You can add your students to the directory and say which class they're in. So if your teacher isn't one that shares a buzz book, or you're just looking to connect with another student in another class, the more people that we get added to that directory, the easier it is for our community to connect with each other, which I'd really like to have. In the olden days of printed buzz books, we used to be able to just look with other families and really connect really easily. And now there's a lot of Facebook requests, hey, does anybody know so-and-so in this grade or on this bus? And trying to make those connections, which are great when they happen, but it'd be nice to have other ways to make connections across families. So we'd love to have people join the PT board to get access to the information, but also to add yourself and your family to the student directory so that you can make connections with others across the school. All right, well, if there are no more questions, I think we can wrap up. We're happy to answer any questions that you might have that you don't want to ask, this way. We also have laptops available to sign up for you would like, if you can do it on a phone. We have, you can open up the sign-up sheets if you want to go ahead and sign up for a volunteer spot right now. We also have a way to sign up if you're not getting the emails yet from our PTO. We send out emails at the beginning of each month, what's coming up soon, the links to volunteer opportunities that way too. Just a nice digest once a month from us that if you're on our list, you'll get that email automatically every month. All right. Thank you all for coming, and let us know if you have any questions.